I go move like that. Fuck with that door like
What's up? What's good? Welcome to the Walk Star Podcast, Walked In Podcast, Locked In Podcast, motherfucker. We in this bitch. Goddamn, I'm with ganging them off. Good cacti, good. What is that?
Oh, I brought a bottle of some Costa Rome.
AKA what? Rich nigga shit.
Yeah, some
You
French,
broke
some
bastard
French wine.
bitch. Fucking niggas be broke as fuck, bro. I can't stand that shit.
It's okay.
No, I'm joking.
We love all people, man, rich or poor.
You know, it be like that sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
I might be down bad tomorrow.
Hey, you want to know something?
That niggas don't know we record in the closet?
Rich people have...
No, I'm joking.
Rich people have no, like, culture.
That's a damn lie.
You say that's
Give
a
me
damn
an
lie?
example.
Give me an example.
All right, if you look at the culture in a city like L.A., that culture don't exist in, like, Beverly Hills. The culture exists in, like, downtown L.A. or, like, the inner city, you know, like, local Los Angeles. That's the word, right?
Yeah, our culture,
Yeah.
Los
their
Angeles.
culture is just like
The culture exists in, like, you know, them locals who, like, live in, like, Silver Lake and shit like that. And, like,
They grind every day. They know the city. They know.
yeah, it's like it's not necessarily in the poor class, but it's more, I would say, more in, like, the working class, you know, the middle class and shit like that. Like, there's, I don't know, there's, in most, like, rich culture, there's no real, like, culture in it. Even if you go to, like,
what about Dubai?
that's a difficult example.
That's a good culture where they fly bitches out,
Yo,
fucking
like,
shit
what
on
about
their
Dubai,
chest and
like-
shit.
Yo, what?
We're started off the right way.
Started off on 10.
I kind
I
of
get what you're saying, though.
Yeah,
I get what
yeah,
you're
yeah.
saying. I'm just being.
Or
But they
like-
kind of got a little rich culture too, you know, like going out to like Delilah, like in my fucking Kiko, in
Yeah,
my Louis.
but it's bland. You get what I mean?
It
It's
is
kind of
bland.
bland if you
that
think
coke
about
be
it.
hidden though.
You're saying
No, I'm joking.
they're not as different. They're just more like the same. Like they have to be the same or something. Like they have to be.
Even New York, right? You could look at something like you got the financial district, and like you got all these niggas in suits, and you know, if you kind of look at it, bro, like it's so cookie cutter. Everybody looks the same. They're all in like black suits, you know, like there's no discernible differences between anybody. They're all in a rat race, just trying to make as much money as possible. Like there's no, they go to steakhouses for dinner. They, you know, like
All jokes aside, they
everything's
just,
the same
they don't have no sauce like that.
type shit.
Yeah.
But you could go to LES and you could see everybody looks different. Everybody is like there's actual culture and like, you know.
Yeah, that makes sense
Yeah, there's real like I think that's where culture exists.
for sure. I mean, that's where like
It's in the outskirts.
there's no like usually it's not the rich dude, like there's not no rich kid in their room making like some fire ass music, you know what I'm saying, like that. Like it's always somebody who just tapped into the streets for real, somebody who goddamn really know what's going on outside.
That's why people like Shia LaBeouf is so tight, because like they got money but they just like
He
go
is-
out, they be in the streets like.
Did you see that one video, bro, where he was like he was smoking and he was also like on a live stream with other actors?
Oh yeah, that shit
Yeah.
was tight.
Here, this is better if you talk like
They yeah.
right into that.
What was it? He was
it was like practicing kind of.
Nah, they was reading lines from this one movie. What was the movie though?
It was like some pothead shit, right? Some high shit.
He was.
You didn't see that, Marco?
He was Spicoli.
It was-
The
okay.
role he was playing was Spicoli. It's in a really really famous old movie. That the original character was played by Sean Penn. And
Oh, that's kinda
It's like a
gangster, too.
classic character. Fast Times at Richmond High.
I gotta watch it. I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's a classic, and yeah, he plays Spicoli, which is like, he's like a historic like pothead in like pop culture, and like he played it perfectly. It's tight.
That wasn't the. Oh no, that's Clerks. I'm thinking like the nigga with the leather like jacket.
Clerks was also tight. That's you're thinking of Silent Bob and
Yeah,
Jay and Silent Bob.
I'm so bad with movies. I just be knowing like.
Clerks
little
is
shit.
sick. Clerks is actually one
I
of
never
those
seen
that's
it,
in
though.
the cut. I think the original budget for the first Clerks was like $30,000, and we were learning about how
$30,000.
Yeah, we were learning about how the dude made it. He said he maxed out all his credit card. He was like in film school, he wanted to make a movie. He maxed out all his credit cards to like just make his first film.
Yeah.
And everyone in the cast was like not trained actors. They were just people that he knew, and it ended up making him like hundreds of thousands of dollars and got him into the industry.
Got him lit. Got him saying it now.
It did really well in film festivals, and it started his career.
That's a good ass story. Like I never even heard that, but
yeah,
to put 30,000 into something and to get that return.
The guy who directed it is actually the dude who plays Silent Bob.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Was he young?
He was very young at the time. Yeah, he was in film school.
Damn, that's gangster.
Yeah.
I had to look him up. He's still doing his thing, probably. Or,
still doing his thing, big time. Yeah.
That nigga's cold. Shout out to him. If I can put 30,000 into any business, I'll probably and get that return. Yeah. I would venture off into that.
He's like a very popular, not only director, but like he writes a ton of shit for mad Hollywood films and TV shows, and yeah, he's super lit. Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith, that's his name. Mm-hmm. I'm going to look him up.
Yeah.
How you been?
Yeah, been great.
Yeah.
Yeah. How
Marco?
Good. I was sick.
Yeah.
Good. You know what I'm saying?
Someone wants to ask me how I've been.
Oh yeah, how you been?
Been good.
Yeah, I ain't seen you in a minute. You was in Vegas, right?
Yeah, I went to Vegas. I picked up my shorty. She flew in from Japan. She's like moving in with her brother, so I just want to make sure like touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Shit is right. I ain't really do shit. I was in the hotel doing midterms, bro. Burnt out. Like,
shit.
Yeah.
How'd your midterms go?
That midterm went good. Okay. But I have a biology class, nigga, that I'm failing. Failed the midterm, nigga. I got a fish quiz tomorrow. These niggas want me to remember 100 fish, my nigga.
For what?
Bro, for what? Like,
I don't know.
I know the state fish of Hawaii.
What is it?
Huma huma nuka.
Huma nigga.
Huma nuka nuka puau.
That's kind of fun. That makes sense.
Nuka puau. That nigga better have superpowers. When
he sounds poisonous.
Nah, he a chill fish.
Yeah.
He just swim and do his thing.
Dope. But I didn't really do shit in Vegas. I noticed that, bro, Vegas is kind of burnt out. Keep it a buck with you.
Some mad horny people out there.
Yeah, that's always. But
I always felt Vegas was like burnt out.
It's like he was the first nigga to say that shit though.
It's like the cruise shit.
Cool.
You?
Yeah. Everybody always invites me to go to Vegas because it's so close, but like, I fucking hate Vegas unless you're like actually gonna go submerge yourself in like full just debauchery, just full fucking fledged sin. Like, there's no reason for you to be out there, in my opinion.
The shopping's cool.
Shopping's great. I've heard that some people do it the right way. There's some people who will go have a relaxing time in Vegas, and like, I don't understand it for the life of me. Like, some people will go out there, just get massages, go to nice dinners, not go gamble, not even drink, and like just kick it, you know. And like in that setting, it sounds like a lovely time.
That's kind of like what my parents just did, like probably 4 weeks ago.
Like a lot of people's parents do that, but I'm like majority of people, like when they go out there to like go into a resort, it's like, nigga, you can do that anywhere.
It sounds great, but like the city literally facilitates just like full extremes of like
Sin City, my nigga.
Yeah, you know, it facilitates it. Everything is around you, so it's like, unless you have the fucking, you know, like the
bread?
Nah, like
the willpower
or like the morality of like a saint or like a fucking monk, right? It's like just easy as hell to cave in and just be like, oh shit, I'm gonna go do that. Like, I'm gonna go drink a bottle on the street and see what the fuck I get into, and then I might go gamble like a couple $1,000s and see if I win. And maybe I'll go. Maybe
which sounds fun to me, honestly.
Maybe if I win, I'll go see what's up at this strip club. Like, oh, there's like cookers all over this lobby. What's up?
All over the lobby.
Like, you know, the whole city is like built in that way where it's like, most people will just cave into, like, you know.
I'm gonna come clean though. Shorty booked the hotel, and she booked like the cheapest hotel she can find on Hopper. And bro, like, so I was at the bottom of the barrel. I was on the strip, but it was like the bottom of the barrels. I think it's called Harrah's or
like the end of the
Harris. Yeah. Bro, it was nothing but hood niggas in that bitch. So like, at a certain point, I felt like I was part of the culture. It was like niggas who lived there stayed there type shit. Like, they damn near like one a night kind of thing. So it was like I was with the people. And then we booked a bullshit ass flight back. Frontier Airlines, damn near might as well just be Spirit type shit.
Yeah.
And then as I'm walking, I see like 2 Frontier Airlines bag tags on the floor, and I was like, oh yeah, we're all in the same like tax bracket. we're all trying to get us. At that point, I appreciated it more, and I was like, all right, I'm with my niggas this time.
Like niggas just do whatever. Like some niggas go for the hookers, some niggas go for the gambling, some niggas go to see people.
Right, there's tons
some
of shit.
Some niggas go for the experience, like the shows. Some people go for family. I don't know why, but like when I was a kid, I remember I was going there.
I used to go a lot as a kid.
Vegas is like a cruise ship on land. Like it's like that's all it is. There's buffets, there's fat people, there's old people.
That's a really good way to say it.
Like I don't know why I said fat people, but
there is fat people.
Saying? You get what I'm saying, brother? Yeah. It's like a buffet.
Just fat niggas sitting down at the fucking like casino, like smoking cigarettes. I'm trying to win the next $100. Yeah.
Yeah, but then you think about it. You got the day parties, and it's just like shorties.
That's what I'm saying. They have something for everybody. So I get what you're saying, but
I just got to do it right. Like I have to tap in with the right. You know.
It depends on what right is for you. You know.
Right for me is what Sin City is like. That I want to do the bullshit.
All right. Yeah. In that case, yeah, you got to come with me one of these days when I'm feeling up to it.
So I went to Vegas. What did you do?
What, this past weekend?
Just weekend or anything that sticks out per se?
You know, it's Ramadan. I've been on my saint shit.
I forgot it's Ramadan. You know he was practicing Ramadan too.
Yeah, he was fasting.
I tried it, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie.
Like, he was in the fields. He was in the ends with us.
Shout out my ox.
Yeah.
You was fasting and shit, Khalid.
Akis. Nah. But I've been practicing in my own way.
Yeah, that's good. That's what I'm saying. Like,
so you're not fasting?
I have my own relationship with God. Be back up.
All right. My bad. I should not even ask you.
Hey, my ox nigga's gonna be on your ass, boy.
Yeah, he's probably already been on this nigga's ass. He was on his ass at the restaurant.
Nah, I'll be honest. Like, I have not been fasting. No,
at least you're keeping
usually
it real.
Don't fast, but I do. What is it? What's the word when there's a holiday?
Celebrate.
Yeah, there's another word I'm thinking of. I'm just slow to
honor it.
Participate.
Yeah, honor, I think is the word or whatever. Like I observe the holiday.
Yeah,
but
okay, I get what you're saying.
I just kind of clean my life up, you know.
Right. I understand. At least you're keeping it real. I think that's the best part.
I clean my life up by, like, you know, I get away from these little dirty hoes. Stay away. You feel me? I just try and do right. I try and live a righteous month.
I feel like you just notice it's Ramadan. Like he's like, all right, it's Ramadan. Like
you can just barely find out.
No, not just notice, but like he notices it's there. He's like, you know what? I'm not gonna slime this nigga out right now. He's like, you look, I spared you, my nigga. It's Ramadan.
Who?
Khalid. Like,
spare who? Me?
No, not you. But I'm just saying, like, he might not eat. Like he might be eating and shit, but like.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, like you're doing something else.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I try and just live a righteous month. You know.
I ain't mad at it.
In my own right, because when it's not Ramadan, I'm kind of a slimy nigga. You know.
Ramadan was a crazy like experience in Bahrain. I didn't know when I was there that like, none of the restaurants are open during the day, so you don't even have the option to eat.
Yeah. When you live in like a full like, you know, predominantly like Muslim city or country, yeah. Not only will like restaurants not be open during the day, but like around the clock, they'll, you know, prayer time,
praying. You
hear them almost like church bells like ring through the city where it's like time to pray or whatever.
Yeah, they'd have a whole. I think it is a prayer, at least in Bahrain, that went over the whole city.
Yep. Dubai similar. Every time it's time to pray, like everything is closed during the day for the most part, and whenever it's time to pray, you hear like, you know, you hear it through the city.
Yeah. Did you you had a good little experience during your fast?
Yeah.
You probably should have. Oh, I already said that to you.
Well, you talking about when I started throwing up?
Yeah, cause you got.
Yeah, I was like, nigga, what? I was like. Because I was like, man, someone's telling me I need to fast. I need to cleanse. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm going to fast real quick, see what's up. And I was doing it for like 8 days straight. And then like, I stopped and I started going crazy. I started going crazy on my rows. just on food in general.
Oh, you were?
I was just going. I mean, I wouldn't even say I was going crazy. I was just eating. Like I was hungry.
I mean, yeah. To be honest, you have no actual obligation to it, but at the same time, it's a great month to kind of just like get your head right, get into a good mental space. You know, it's deeper than just like not eating. You know, it's about kind of just cleansing your life in general.
Yeah, not going back and forth with people. Not you know
exactly. Yeah, not going back and forth with people. You know, avoiding temptation, avoiding like sin, avoiding and at the end of the month you kind of come away, especially when you fast, you come away kind of just appreciating the little things so much more. You know, you come out like honestly, you come out of it like changed, where it's like small things like just being able to drink water like during the whenever you please is like, you know, you're fortunate for it, you know? And you just appreciate things more. It's beautiful in that regard.
I just know they build different out there. Like most human beings aren't doing that.
Yeah,
and it's just like why? But I feel you at the same time when you try it and you see why and you hear why, it's like you kind of understand.
You understand?
Long story short, nigga, I threw up. I was like, bruh.
You threw up because you got fucking food poisoning because, nigga, you went against the goddamn grain, cut, and then you know what I'm saying?
Hell no, nigga.
Big Allah,
like,
shout out.
I'm gonna drink.
He was like, bro, you over here, you know what I'm saying? You kind of playing with my name, cut, and then had to slime you out a little bit, but it's all love still.
Bro, Kyrie Irving is fasting and playing basketball.
Cold. Kyrie Irving one of the coldest niggas too.
Built different.
Yeah.
Why party fuck his bitch like that though? That's crazy. You remember that?
Yeah, we all remember.
Okay.
I know the situation, man.
We all remember.
She was in the hospital.
Bro, she was crazy. Why'd she do that? That was nuts. She had to do all that though, like lay up in the bed and shit on Instagram. He should have popped his dumb ass.
Wait, what?
I'm just joking. I was just talking reckless.
Oh my god.
We got a lot of shit to talk about, boy.
Yeah,
as far as this fashion shit,
we ain't even brush the surface.
Shit. We ain't even brush the surface yet. We've been chilling though. You can see I copped a little Yeezy. I told you, but they look kind of crazy with the.
They actually don't look bad.
No,
I feel like the more you wear them,
a little bit better. They get so dirty so fast, and bro, go up 2 sizes, 2 half sizes at least, yeah. Cause
it's like it hurts, or does it just feel tight like a sock?
Feels tight, but kind of hurts after a while. I mean, I worked the whole day, so
that's
like
supposed to be like a gym shoe.
At this point, I feel like at first it was like supposed to be some like whatever, some fly shit, but like I don't know. But I've only worn this shoe twice, like, and it's I don't know, it's kind of dirty.
We got the new and the old.
Ow.
Feel me?
And we talked about it outside, but like Kanye probably really designed these, and then Kanye approved of these.
Yeah, exactly. Some other niggas, Kanye designed these. Some other nigga designed these.
He definitely probably designed.
Kanye signed off on them.
Like I feel like these kind of things, like.
You see how many motherfucking Yeezy Adidas
You kind of gotta
Yeezys
go right here.
You see how many like Adidas Yeezys there are now, though, bro.
Bro, there's so many. There's no way he can.
So many that there's a full-fledged team that's just like pumping these things out. And,
It's
like,
so tight though.
Yeah.
It's cold.
That's how the Gap shit's gonna be too. I actually read an article. I didn't read the article, but I saw the headline that Walmart and Yeezy are fighting over some logo shit. I don't really know.
Oh, they talking about Sunray? That Sunray thing?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Wait, what 2 brands are fighting?
Walmart and Yeezy.
Yeah, Yeezy, Gap, and Walmart.
What the fuck? He's trying to rip Walmart designs?
Over a logo. I mean, Marco seems like he knows. I don't know. The
What?
sunrise?
It's not even he's trying to rip. I mean, it's just a generic ass logo. Like, there's someone else that posted it. Like, I feel like they're getting it from me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying it's not like the craziest thing. It's just a sun ray.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a symbol, and they're just fighting over it. Because like his is like dots, and the Walmart ones is like lines.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
You
seen the
him. I haven't
Walmart
even
logo,
seen
right?
that.
You seen the Walmart logo, right?
The happy face.
Nah, not that one. That one was a
it,
long time ago. That was in the old universe.
I'm gonna look it
We're
up.
in the new universe now, bro.
That is true though.
This one.
Okay.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
Generic as hell.
Yeah, like
Niggas
And
just trying to
then-
get it back because they know that nigga finna go crazy to the moon. Oh, is that it?
bro, Walmart doesn't even have Apple Pay.
Yeah.
Them niggas are weird.
But no, I'm saying that's the easy one.
Oh, is it?
That shit dead on the same.
You know what's crazy? Walmart didn't have Apple Pay before all the scamming shit. Think about that. And now after the scamming shit, they're gonna have Apple Pay. Watch. I said it first.
I don't get it.
I know you don't. I really do. Like, I know you don't.
But what do you mean?
You'll see. But damn, nigga, look at that shit. It's just like, I mean, it's just generic ass.
Wait,
like,
no. What do you mean?
bro, they don't have Apple Pay. Like, why doesn't Walmart have Apple Pay? They're the biggest like superstore in the world.
It's only some nigga shit that niggas would know who don't carry wallets. Marco just got a wallet like a week ago,
Yo,
so he knows that Walmart doesn't have
I'm not
Apple
trying to
Pay.
go that deep, but like, why doesn't Walmart have Apple Pay?
But what do you mean? You said that they're gonna have Apple Pay
Like, I feel like they're gonna have Apple Pay after the scamming shit, bro.
after the scamming shit?
Yeah.
What do you? What? That doesn't make any sense.
Don't
Oh, man,
feed
don't,
into
man,
it.
don't feed into my
don't
shit,
feed
bro.
into it. Don't
Hey,
feed into
y'all
it.
y'all niggas gonna come back to this like, damn.
Hey, yeah, if you're right, if
You really-
that shit
you really
got
him,
Apple
you're
Pay,
like, damn, that might be
you could be a
him.
cold nigga.
Wait, after the, I'm just confused. What are you talking about?
You don't even gotta talk about it, bro. Let's talk about the fashion.
Okay, we'll talk about the fashion.
But you saw the logo, right? It's like generic. Like, niggas can't really.
Yeah, it's like that shit was on hieroglyphics type shit. Hieroglyphics.
Yeah, like, it's just basically like a symbol. Like, niggas
Yeah.
can rip it.
It's whatever type shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back one second. Nigga, what do you
You
mean?
know,
Oh my God.
Khaled don't give up on shit. When he want to talk about something, that nigga gonna keep going on your
All
ass.
right, what you want to talk about? What you want to start?
So you think that after the scamming shit, they're gonna have Apple Pay?
100%.
So they're gonna get scammed and then they're gonna have Apple Pay?
No, they're not getting scammed. They don't have Apple Pay, bro.
He's saying like the scammers are using Apple Pay, and
Uh-huh.
like once the whole wave is over with, which
Not-
I feel like
Apple Pay. When I'm saying Apple Pay, there's so many cards that you can have
On Apple
on
Pay,
your pay.
yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
You
So
can
like,
scam through Apple Pay, yes. I know.
yeah. So yeah.
So he thinks once the wave's done, they're
So
gonna
what-
introduce it.
Walmart wants to get scammed.
No, they don't. That's why they don't have Apple Pay.
They're waiting for niggas to go broke.
They're waiting for all this shit to get over, bro. Like, why doesn't Walmart
alright,
think
alright.
about
That
it? Why
makes
doesn't
more sense now.
Walmart have
Alright.
Apple Pay, bro?
That makes more sense.
I know what you mean.
Okay, that's where I was confused. I didn't know if you were saying that they wanted to
Get
okay.
scammed.
Yeah.
Or not
So
get
they're just
scammed.
waiting for it to die down.
This is Reservoir?
Bro, yeah, but
Yeah, they both rise.
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
tight.
Yes, sir.
That shit. What is this? Cashmere?
Yes,
cut?
sir. Skis.
Is it really?
No, this not. This is some called Modal. But yeah, it feel like silk.
I even noticed it outside in the dark, so that's kind of good too, though.
Yeah.
That's tight.
Super soft.
Super soft.
Raph Simmons was just using this fabric for one of their pieces in the new collection.
Yeah.
it's crazy.
How do you even find that out though?
My homie actually texted me like he got a piece from the new collection and he was because it was just soft as hell, and he texted me like the little composition tag and was like, oh shit, this like he knows like what my fabrics are.
Yeah.
So he texted me, he's like, oh shit, they use
It's the same shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's tight.
Yeah. I remember Amir got a t-shirt from Neiman, just as like blank tee, soft as fuck. He was passing it around the store because of how soft it was, and I ended up checking the composition tag, and it was made out of the same exact composition out of another t-shirt that I have for my collection, and yeah.
Oh, touche. You got the softest shit. And
It was a Tom Ford tee.
oh, okay, that's kind of gangster,
Yeah.
low key.
Yeah.
That's tight.
Yeah.
Shout out to Reservoir. You been working on that?
Yeah, so honestly, it's crazy. It's kind of just like it's just a matter of like me. I don't want to sound full of myself, but kind of just having like good intuition or something about like the fabric, because I don't necessarily look into other brands and be like, oh, I gotta get this type, I gotta get this type, I gotta get this type. I just kind of go through mad like thousands of fabrics and like actually hand select a lot of shit just from like really really reputable sources, and I mean I have just kind of picked correctly in a way,
Right.
like, yeah.
Pick what's on trend.
Yeah.
No, I mean shit. That's because, nigga, you just, you know what I'm saying? You've been in the game, nigga. Just know for real, nigga. Know what's about to be hot.
And so like I mean honestly I'm like a Padawan in comparison with a lot of niggas who's really been doing fashion for so long. I've just been a consumer for a long time, and so I know what I like. And one thing that's important to me is not only ordering from really reputable sources, like reputable fabric suppliers, especially from countries that are kind of known for that kind of thing. Japan has factories where they and cotton mills where they are like world renowned for actually refining the cotton to like
Softest, thinnest, or
to
something.
the softest, like ways possible. Like they have a method that's better than most countries, specifically when it comes to cotton and denim. And then if you look at like cashmere, Italy is world renowned for their cashmere because they, you know, they mill cashmere in a way where
Leather too, right?
Yeah, leather. So like a lot of times they get leather imported from other places. Even Africa sends them a lot of leather, but they have a way of treating it that is just makes it, you know, last a lifetime. And like those African countries, they don't have the resources to actually treat
do
it.
that
so,
treatment.
yeah, but they have, you know,
They're still getting their bread off the export,
yeah,
though.
exactly. Yeah.
So it's all full circle.
Yeah.
That's dope. I didn't know that. I didn't know. I really didn't even know too much about like reputable sources to get your fabric. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. There's certain countries that have just
I know the country shit, but
for
like
a while they've been known for certain things.
You're working with like.
And
You're
then,
talking
yeah,
about companies
certain,
too, though.
Yeah, certain fabric suppliers who are kind of, you know, you can work with like a tier or like a S tier all the way down to like, you know, C and D tier. You know, like there's different fabric supplying sources for like different, you know, different price ranges and different avenues and different things like that. So
Just
I've
gotta
kind of
play with that shit.
Yeah, I've been specifically going for like, you know, the best, and ends up kind of being like the most expensive sources, which results in my price points. But you get really good things that when you go to luxury stores, you see the result.
Have you been using Swatch on?
He showed me about Swatch on actually, and I was actually kind of impressed. They got some good things, and the price points are extremely low in comparison with, you know, a lot of things I've been buying. So I'm kind of interested to see, like, I'm gonna test it out and order some swatches and feel them out. And, and see, you know, if it's up to par.
Did your swatches come in? Fire.
See, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna get to the crib, bust those open, cause like
I was talking to Frankie. You didn't even open them yet?
No, they came in today. Like DHL, like I ordered all mine from South Korea. So like, but like I was telling Frankie today, we were talking about it, like a lot of times people, and it's like a shortcut for people. Like I'm literally giving you a plug.
Yeah, gang.
Like straight. Like it's a lot of money, but like the one thing I learned, like any artist would tell you this, the more you invest in your equipment, the better it is for you.
It's impossible to do things like on a budget, bro. Like you're throwing a Hail Mary if you try and make something big off of like a very tight budget. Like, you know, age old adage is like spend money to make money, right? So it's like
there's not saying you can't do it, but the main thing is the more likely you are to succeed is the more money you put into yourself. Feel me?
Right.
So like if you put in like 500 to get that resource, because it's a lot. So most people are seeing the 500 like,
what the fuck? No,
I'm not doing that. No, I'm just going. Yeah, exactly. Because they don't know what to do with the fabric.
Right.
But like when you order fabric online, like I've ordered fabric online from other places, and I get that shit, and it's just like, nigga.
Bro, this is so dope. We're the only podcast talking about shit like this.
Yeah, true. Because like he was telling me about that, and more people were sending me about it, and I was like, honestly, that is true. Like if someone was telling me like some of the stuff I knew, I'd probably be a lot further. Maybe I wouldn't even be doing the stuff I'm doing. Maybe I'll be doing something else completely, like in a different way.
And the point that we're giving the game out is only gonna, you know what I'm saying, help us out too.
Yeah, I mean, trial and error is also like something like just
it's mandatory.
It's advice that
part of the shit
that like can't be taught to you. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta go through this shit and like learn, you know, the hard way in certain avenues, or you know, like experience teaches you everything. Right. But
but swag, some swag is like I can't even say like swag or like style and all that is unteachable. But that's one of the things you have to go through. Like some people just,
I think it is unteachable.
I know some people have it naturally, but like some people like naturally build like an aesthetic or a natural look. You know what I'm saying? Like the older they get, it comes with age, it comes with time, it comes with shit you go through.
I was watching a Young Lean thing, and he was
that Noisy documentary.
I watched that too, but I love Young Lean, and I remember I was watching this one interview he gave out, and he was saying before he had money, him and especially all his friends, he said that they always dressed really tight, and like when they didn't have money, and he said like something like that is crucial. I gotta pop the cork.
What is that, cacti?
Huh?
What's in the cup?
Oh yeah, it's cacti.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he said something like that is actually crucial to know your style and to have a certain style when you don't have any money and you can't afford designer things, because he was saying like once you get it and
you gotta know what to do with that.
Yeah,
bitch.
and you haven't built your own sense of style, you're just gonna go out and like look like these catalogs or whatever. You're gonna look like a Gucci catalog, or you're gonna look like a Louis Vuitton catalog. Like, you know, you're not actually going to know how to put shit together. So actually, people over like the idea of having money.
Pedestal?
Exactly, they put it on a pedestal. They kind of, it's overrated having money to spend on things, assuming that like once you get this much money, you're gonna be able to get fly, whatever. Like unless you get fly off $10, like
you're not getting fly.
You'll
off
never get
100
fly in your
bands.
life. Yeah.
No,
Damn.
that's not true. Because there's some niggas that... yeah, like,
That's crazy. I think it's kind of true though. I think it's true.
no, some niggas not getting
fly
probably like $10, but some niggas can still buy some Memphis denim and still look crazy.
No, what you?
Or like some, you know what I'm saying, some Detroit denim still
What'd
look
you
crazy.
tell
But I
that
get what
nigga?
you're saying. Like it's within. Because some niggas can buy that shit and still look corny as hell. And look whack. But like the main thing is like, when I was saying aesthetically, saying like the niggas that create the swag and create the designs and whatnot are the ones really controlling the looks. Like that's what I'm really trying to say. And like, so like the ones that are like design the shit, like it's within them. Like the ones that are like putting the shit on, they're just liking what's within the other person, because it's bringing something out of them, if that makes sense.
Wait. So just so I understand correct, you're saying the designers play a big role in creating the styles?
The designers, well, obviously they're the biggest role of creating styles. But I'm saying like
they're the ones who dress. Like
they're not all the time. Because you see designer, because you see Alexander McQueen does not dress anything like he designs. But
rest in peace. But yeah.
But I'm saying like, the ones that are creating the looks and designs and the aesthetic and the feeling and all that, they're bringing that feeling out of other people that want to pay into their brand. Whether they want to pay into the brand because of the feeling of feeling rich, or the feeling of looking like a freaking ninja, or the feeling of looking or feeling like a god, or looking like a this or that or the other, like, or because they, you know, whatever feeling they're bringing out, like the person that's creating it is the one that's really bringing the feeling out, like showing it to that person. So they're the ones that have the style for real.
I actually saw on Instagram, just like on the Explore page, I saw this picture of Virgil. He was wearing like this Louis Vuitton bandana, these like really baggy pants. I can send you.
I seen that picture.
And then I thought it would be interesting to go through the comments, and everybody was just like, "Yo, what the fuck is this nigga wearing?" Like,
but like back then, that nigga was kind of fly though.
No, this was like a week ago.
Wait, what? When? Wait, let me see this shit. I thought you were talking about the one where he's wearing the glasses with the Middle Eastern rag and the.
No, he's wearing a Louis Vuitton bandana like Joel Santana.
Can I say something real quick? Does Virgil kind of look like Lamar Odom, or is that just me? Because Lamar Odom's been on Vlad TV lately. I was like, damn, nigga, that's Virgil. I'll just be bullshitting. There's actually a couple of niggas he looks like.
That's cold-blooded.
That's cold-blooded. Shout out Lamar Odom too.
Like Virgil, bro. Like, I don't want to talk about him, but I don't know. Maybe I went too deep. Basically, I'm saying like, yeah, like any nigga can dress cool and they can still look cool. Like, for example, like a nigga that
niggas won't be wanting you to go deeper. Like when you say that.
All right, I'm gonna go deep.
Yeah,
so a nigga that you think is a bum that has $10 in his pocket today can come up on 10 bands in a month, and he can dress cooler than you. Like, doesn't mean he's a cooler person. Doesn't mean he knows more shit than you. Doesn't mean he knows about shapes and designs and colors and shit like that more than
just
you.
Naturally.
Yeah. I would disagree though.
But he can still dress cooler than you. I don't give a fuck.
What I'll say is there's a lot of high school kids who's like have to dress on a budget, and sometimes these high school kids they have to get creative as a result of their lack of money, right? And sometimes you'll see these high school kids come in like way flyer than any athletes that we see come in or whatever the fuck. Like,
I don't know, the high school kids that I see come in a lot,
they're kind of cold.
They be dripping in like Rick. They be having Rick. They be having like
we're in Scottsdale, like fucking Beverly Hills of Arizona.
I don't think that we're talking about the same thing, because if I see somebody in Rick that's not like a standout, you know, like.
So what are you trying to say? Like they have style, like.
Yeah, or even if you look at like the punk era of like the 80s, right? These people barely had enough money to eat, but like their fits were fly as fuck just because, you know, they had to get creative. They would do the patches on regular denim. They would do all types of shit to just make their clothes unique. They would distress them. They would like make things to just stand out and like look cool, and it didn't cost them a dime, but like it made them look significantly cooler, more unique, and like, you know.
I mean, wait, aren't we all in agreement
we're
all in agreement that styles within ourselves?
Yeah, that's
right?
what I'm saying.
Sure.
It's definitely we're all in agreement with that. Style is with
and that
within
money
the person,
and that
but,
honestly the point that I'm even driving is like money really
won't make it
doesn't
better.
equal being fly.
Look at Nav.
No, I'm not saying money. It means
Shout out Nav.
Money means you're fly, but like a nigga, bro. If a nigga does it right, a nigga that has $10 in his pocket today that has no drip, I don't give a fuck. He's shopping at Goodwill, bro. I know niggas that was literally had the worst of fits, and niggas were roasting them. Niggas that we think are fly, and then they came up on money, and they got fly shit. They still are dressing cooler than the niggas that have the money that they had. Like,
But they still are equally lame as fuck, though.
they could be. That's what I'm saying. They could or they couldn't. Like, that's all within the person.
I
We
think a
really don't
nigga-
know. Like, how did the nigga come up on it?
Usually when a nigga just come up on some shit, just come up, they just stay lame, bro. They stay lame as fuck. If a nigga grind for that shit and probably like, and then he figured it out, he had a story.
Yeah,
might be
that is
kinda
true.
cooler.
That is true. Basically, and then I get what you're saying too about the punk rock thing. And at the time, punk rock wasn't cool. Like, they weren't looking at him like, oh, these niggas just fly. Like, some kids were looking at him like, oh, I want to be like that. But most people weren't looking at him like, oh, they're fly. Like, I want to be like them. So.
That's interesting. I didn't grow up in the '70s, so I don't know.
I mean, isn't that the whole point of the punk?
No, they
Right, because they're so against the rules. Like, I don't give a fuck about clubs.
yeah, that it created its own movement. There were punk rock clubs that were a direct result. Like, punk became a movement. It wasn't like it actually became a movement that eventually made its way to mainstream because of how popular it was. Like,
I don't know. Maybe I'm just being literal, but like punk wasn't cool back then. So like you were saying, like back then they were dressed in a certain way. They weren't dressed in a certain way to be cool, I guess. They were just dressed in a certain way to not be cool. They were literally going against the grain.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe we went too deep.
Definitely.
It's never too deep, my nigga.
Like,
When we gonna talk about Lil Durk?
Honestly, I want to keep going in on this because I
Yeah.
really don't
Go ahead,
understand
go
what this
ahead,
nigga's
go ahead,
saying.
go ahead.
Like, he's saying like a nigga with $5 can like. All right, I seen YO for example, and this is something I will always tell him. Like he can be the flyest nigga in the store. Like I'll tell him like, bro, straight up. And he got his whole fit from Goodwill.
yeah, that's
So
the
it's
thing.
like-
Like,
but he didn't spend-
I go to Goodwill sometimes and like I'll get a piece and.
But you
just
have
because-
like Rick Owens and Chrome Hearts on too. Like this nigga would have a full like Goodwill fit on,
Yeah.
like pants, boots,
yeah, I can,
shirt, hat,
Yeah.
hats, like sunglasses. Like you would have like Louis Vuitton with like some Rick Owens and like some.
That's some of the
Gucci type
time,
shit.
yeah, but like I mean,
I ain't seen no nigga like. I'm not even trying to gas this nigga like, but I ain't seen no nigga like most people like that like dressed in a full like Goodwill fit. And,
All
like,
right,
come
yeah,
cool.
but like
With
also
the shoes too, it's crazy.
Also,
yeah, like,
none of-
like you feel me?
But
But
bro
look-
got the Georges.
That is true.
and
That
look,
is kind of
nah,
like.
y'all not even giving me enough credit because none of the designer things that I own in my closet ever have a logo on them.
That doesn't mean bro. Logos don't even matter no more. Most people be asking for like shit without logos. on
But
it,
this is
so
my
I mean,
point.
it don't even really matter.
Even if I do have some designer shit on, like the odds are you don't know what it is. Because like there's
This is true.
there's nothing
You're
to
right.
give away
You're
the
right.
fact that is. You
This
know?
is true.
A lot of times you have to ask, but like I'll go to Goodwill and I'll just kind of pick out good enough pieces to where like I have a good enough eye for certain things because like that's where that style sense comes in. You know that's where that plays a role and like I'll end up going places and people will be like, oh, is that Balenciaga? I'm like, no, this is $5 at Goodwill. You know, like it comes down to like
That
being
shit
able
happen?
to pick things, huh?
That shit happened for real.
Yeah. Yeah, and like the person who asked me was like someone who's into fashion, and they were like, "Oh, dude, like it looks sick." And like I've also caught myself asking other people, like, "Oh, is this?
I'm just hating, bro.
Is
Honestly, don't
this
even
or is
listen
this
to me,
this?" And like they're like,
'Cause
"No,
honestly,
I got
like-
this for like $8."
I honestly don't get what point you're trying
Basically,
to say.
what I was trying
Basically,
like me.
yeah,
What
yeah.
I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Basically, because like he was saying, like niggas can be flyer than niggas that. Yeah, it is possible. Like nigga that because I'm wearing Levi's right now, and shit like that, and like niggas ask me all the time, what kind of pants are these? I'm like, nigga, these are
There you
Levi's.
go.
But I'm saying like, A nigga could be fly with $5, but that doesn't mean a nigga that's spending 10 bands on a fit, not even 10 bands, like $2,000 on a fit or $1,000 on a fit is not fly than a nigga that spent $5 just because he spent $5 and he spent $1,000.
Yeah,
like a lot of times,
I agree, but this is the
more you
thing.
spend on money, pause. The more you spend on your clothes, bro, the better it's going to be. Like if you spend $1,000 on pants, bro, it's going to be a nicer pant than some of the pants you have.
This is where we'll disagree because look, if you actually have style, there comes a time like you can't just be like overtly in all this like designer shit. You get me? There comes a certain time where like there's a
pause. That's why I said 1,000. That's why I said 1,000. 1,000 for the pants.
Understand me?
$10 for the shirt.
No, listen. Stop. Listen. There's a thin line between just being tacky and like being fashionable. So yeah, obviously we all like to buy like certain designer things, right? But like there's a very thin line between like the pieces that we buy and just things being tacky, right? Like when things are over branded and just like, you know, absurd. Like we see people in full. I don't know why you acting like you've never seen somebody in a full Gucci fit to like tacky. The fucking socks. Like
yeah, but that's like kind of like a nigga like.
I mean, I did witness Marco.
Bro, that's kind of like a nigga. That's kind of like a girl buying like the fattest, most outrageous ass. You feel me? They're like, you get what I'm saying? Like, she's like buying the most fattest, most outrageous. I like, come on, like we know that shit's not real.
Hey, do you remember like, when he sold that off-white sweater and what you told that nigga? That's what I was trying to get off before I went to.
Wait, what I said?
Because he really, this is how he really thinks like this stuff. Because this nigga wanted this off-white sweater, right? And then rung it up. Obviously, it's like mad expensive, and so he's like, "Fuck!" Like he ain't really know what he want. And then like Marco's like, "Bro," he's like, "Honestly, bro," he's like, "It's an off-white sweater." Like he's like, "Honestly, bro," like he's like, "You can wear that shit with basketball shorts, and you'll be the flyest nigga." Like, and that nigga sat back. He's like, He bought that bitch,
and he bought the sandals too. I was
summer in Arizona. Nigga bought that bitch. I was like, damn, you a cold nigga for that one, cuz I ain't gonna lie to you. So that just tell you where bro was at with
sandals. And it's not even saying like, bro, like
okay. It was a cold sweater.
Oh, just because I have Rick, I'm lit. No, like niggas like Rick because it's cool, and then just had crazy silhouettes. So it's like saying like, you can make the similar silhouette to something that a designer made, but sometimes the designer is refining a look that they saw, or creating a look that they saw. So it's like, yeah, majority of the time, I'm sorry, if you're paying $1,000 for some pants, they're gonna be better than some pants that you bought for $5. Unless you're just really, 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 really that good.
Okay, but there's a difference between people who buy things.
We got to move on from this.
Yeah, all right, I agree. Yeah. But here, let me just end it on this. Right, there's a difference between people who buy things for quality and people who buy things for the logo. Right, you know, people and I feel like we fit into the lane more of like people who buy things for quality, and then there's a lot of people who will buy things for the logo because they assume that equals fly, right? And like that's where this whole argument stems, right? Is like my point that I'm driving is basically like the logo doesn't mean shit, you know, like the price doesn't really mean shit, just like you know,
legit quality.
Yeah, style is in you, you know. If somebody truly has style, they can get fly on any budget in any setting in any scenario, like point blank period.
Like YL, right?
You think any scenario? That's kind of tricky, bro. We might have to test that. But yeah, like shout out YL, like that nigga's thrift king. You might be thrift king. I even say that nigga Homer was thrift king. Like niggas would be finding gems. Like you gotta tap into.
And you know, there's a difference. There's expensive thrift, and then there's like
there is a difference.
Goodwill thrift.
I mean, bro, I just literally, nigga, I just worked. What was it, Saturday? I was like in a full thrift outfit. I mean, my pants, I made them, so I feel like that kind of counts too.
Yeah, for sure.
It was the leather jacket with the little polo.
Oh yeah, that fit was.
Yeah, it was
clean.
pretty good. It looked like a
like,
Rhude fit, honestly.
That's when people ask you like, yo, what is that?
Oh, you got a cup?
That's how you know you did it right.
Yeah, I got this one.
Just one?
Yeah.
I got another one over here though.
That's how you know you did it right.
Oh no, here's the other cup.
What it is.
All right, let's break a transition. Cause honestly, bro, this the Durk shit.
That shit seemed like
was a big moment.
It's kind of bitter, huh?
Yeah.
You don't like the bitter shit? All right, so I'll introduce it.
Mm-hmm.
Tastes like Jesus' blood. You feel me? No.
So.
Vampire blood.
Shout out. All right, boom. This was a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Durk had a performance out here in Phoenix, Arizona. It was Durk Chella performing with Coil Ray and Pooh Shiesty. They were out here. And one of the dudes like promoting shops at the store and stuff. And long story short, he brought Durk over to the store while we're working. And I kind of want you to tell the story, Marco, because I mean you were on the phone, and I feel like that was a big achievement for everybody. Because I mean you put a whole rap together. You know, you were in the back, like you think you fuck with this.
You picked some pieces too.
Yeah, but I mean
you showed him some stuff
too.
off the rack that I didn't even have on the rack. And
I'll let him know that, and then you let him know you was on the phone. Like you know what I'm saying? That was a big thing. That was cool.
So boom, I kind of come in the store. So anyways, you know, he was coming through, so I thought it was a good opportunity to try to get him to shop, because it's not like.
Well, you set the whole play up. You got on the phone with him, right?
Yeah, and then the mall liaison always comes in the store, Peter. So I was like, oh, that's perfect person we can have, talk to. Like, Lil Durk, right? He's like, Lil Durk. Pulls out his phone. Oh yeah, I know Lil Durk. And he's like, yeah, we can have security out there right away. He's like, around Nobu.
Oh, security met him out there.
Yeah, so I had security. I let him know, like.
Oh, you set it up proper, my nigga. That nigga cold.
And like he called me direct, so I was like, all right, cool. So he called me direct, and I was like, all right, we'll set it up like this and that. So he come in, everything runs smooth, and everything
walk straight in.
And it's kind of weird. Though. I would say one thing.
Yeah.
This shit was weird because I seen it happen like right in front of my eyes. You know how like when they say like people love you and then they hate you so quick because you don't give them love.
Yeah.
So like we were walking up, right? So I go down there. So Amir was kind of like, I told Amir like what I was doing, and he's about. He was like, all right, like no bullshit type thing. Is he coming or not? Like type thing. Because I'm not trying to hold up the store, this, that, or the other. So so I was like trying to set it up. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, all right, cool. Like, so we trying to like get people out the store, get all that, ready. And I feel like maybe people heard, so they started like crowding the store and shit.
They kind of seen they seen the boss man in the front. They seen like they're like, what is this?
And so anyways, Amir was telling me to meet him down there, so I met him down there. And as we was going up, some girls like, hey, let me take a picture.
To be honest, bro, I didn't even know you met him down there.
Yeah, I met him down there, and I like approached him. I approached him mad wild, and then security like threw me, nigga.
I remember you did tell me that.
And I was like, oh, it's Marco. And he's like, oh, okay. And he was like hella polite, all that. And they're like, you gotta say something. And I'm like, all right, cool.
Wait, you said they threw you?
Yeah, nigga literally like tossed me, bro.
It was one of the niggas with the camo backpacks on. Them niggas were swole, nigga.
And so I was like, all right, my bad. And so we were walking up, and some girl was like, hey, let me get a pic. And he was like, not trying to take pictures for whatever reason. And then she's like, nah, fuck him. He fake as fuck. He not even from O Block. I'm like, nasty. Hating ass. And then I was just like, she's nasty. Like, you watch that shit happen, like right in front of you. Like, she really fucked with him, and then she didn't fuck with him.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Smirk.
Anyways, but yeah, they were like super polite. Like, he was polite, respectable. None of them did any crazy shit like people might think. And they actually got some good connects, good relationship. Like, they were cool.
I'll take the story from there. So you met him up, then he came into the store, right? We ended up shutting the whole store down. Where I guess like the objective, was to get as much people out of the store while we could while you were gone. It was like, yo, check niggas out. Things want to shop, they can shop, but check niggas out like mad fast and shit. And we're doing that, check niggas out mad fast. Durk ends up pulling up. We shut the gate down. And bro, the store had to have like at least 25 to 30 people. Just straight OTF. And it was the busiest the store's ever been. Like as far as amount of people in the store since I've been there. And it was shut down just for this one dude. And Marco had, before he even met him down there, set aside a whole rack. And during this time, he's asking, like, you think you might fuck with this? You had some shit, boom, boom. We're all, like, collaborating on, like, this rack. But you mostly put a lot of shit out there. And then, so we had this special rack for Durk while he came in. So he came in, boom, peeped it. He was looking at it and shit. Picked some pieces from there. And then from there, the whole gang was shopping. Everybody was shopping. Yeah, everyone was really shopping. I didn't know who the fuck was a million niggas with OTF chains and dreads in that bitch. And niggas was just, like, kind of doing their thing. And,
I was surprised with some of the pieces. Like, he copped that ambush tee.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, shit.
That was cold.
And then the Rhude the Rhude pants. I was like, that was a piece too.
Yeah, it was his last minute. It was almost like he was kind of done shopping, and then I showed him some Rhude pants. We just got in some blue joggers. I might post it up, but he was just like, I was about to give him the whole like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, this Rhude right here, you know, the future shit or whatever. And as soon as I showed him, he was like, oh yeah, throw that in there. And then honestly, his homies were cool as fuck too. One of the security guards was like, he's like, everybody in here like works, right? And who doesn't work? Like, who doesn't work here? And then I started like pointing niggas out. I started snitching, and there was like another nigga like I didn't point out, and I like went back to him like, he don't work here either. One nigga, he's like, okay, got you. I felt like a police doing that.
Yeah, no, I remember Amir kind of broke the story down because I wasn't there. He was saying like, they shut the store down. There were a few customers that were still in the store.
Oh, there was
shopping,
some still in there.
He said that the customers who was still in there didn't even give a fuck. Like, you know.
Well, because one of them was going to the league. Well, I know one nigga. So he was cold. Like, no, I'm saying.
Oh,
like,
yeah, that is true.
That is true, though.
Like,
He already knows. Like,
yeah.
he's chilling. He not
No one
like
really
no kid,
cared,
like, just sitting there.
They were just shopping. Like, they really wasn't even like.
But there was
you know.
hella people
Yeah,
outside the
it
store
was
that did care.
Bro, there
was
they
hella
cared.
niggas outside the store that cared.
But long
But
story
the niggas
short-
that were in the store, like, already, like, made, I guess. So, yeah, they didn't give a fuck, really. They probably was like, oh, shit, we gonna see this nigga later.
I showed the nigga some Palm Angels, that purple one, and I seen him on stage with it. I was like, okay, that's lit. So
That's
That's
another
kinda
thing
cool.
too. Like, the bigger the story gets, bro, you got to think like place like Maxfield, bro. Like, they, you know, help like A-list celebrities out, like, you know,
for sure.
100 times a day. So it's like, you know, it almost becomes kind of like a regular occurrence. And,
Yeah.
like,
I think it is a
You
regular
definitely want to make it.
occurrence,
Yeah, it's definitely a regular. You
but
definitely
I
want to
think
make
right
it.
now. Oh, go ahead.
Especially in Arizona. Like, I don't want to, I hate to say it like that, but like when you see someone doing it from like, and not even trying to like gas Amir, but when you see someone doing it from base level, it's like kind of like insane.
Bro, yeah.
It's kind of like not even insane. It's just like, nigga, you try to absorb everything. Like, even little, like, it doesn't seem like a little, because there's other artists that came through, like,
Bro, we have
Sway
bro.
Lee, like Coil It, like boom, boom, blah, blah,
Everybody,
blah.
Odell Beckham, shot.
Yeah,
like, bro,
like,
we have
go
A-list
on,
celebrities
but
doing
it's just
all
like
the
certain
time.
things. Just like, all right, that's a milestone. Like, let's keep, you know what I'm saying? And then
Dirk
let's
was a
just-
milestone.
and
He
then
has to be like
let's
one of the
other-
top rappers.
And that's like more like clientele. Like, what can we do other ways? So it's kind of like when you see stuff that way, it kind of motivates you, gives you a little bit
For sure.
of flame under your ass. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Can I tell the Pooh Shiesty story when he came in after? Because that's funny. It's like, it's funny we're talking about this A-list shit, and then so Pooh Shiesty, did he tell you that?
yeah.
That shit was kind of. I didn't even
I was
understand what the fuck was going on.
That
I just
nigga
know
came
his.
in mad, bro. He was already hot. I bet
He was fucking with the shit. He was like, but then he was.
He
just
was not though. Like, I mean, he was fucking with it, but he really was not.
He
though.
wasn't.
You hear what he
I
said
don't-
at the end?
I don't know what that nigga said. I just remember him yelling at his nigga for some dumb shit.
You remember what he told the white boy?
What? I don't know.
Okay, so I'm just gonna tell my
Yeah.
story. So, boom. All right, Dirk leaves. Boom. All right, cool. Boom. We open the store back up, let niggas in. Maybe not. We should. I don't know. It doesn't matter. So niggas were in the store. Pooh Shiesty pulls up. Goddamn. He walks in. He goes to the rack because you set aside another rack for him, right? Kinda, or is it the same rack?
It was the same rack.
Same
Just
rack,
kinda-
yeah,
I didn't
same
even know
nigga.
he was gonna come in. He
We
just
didn't.
came in after.
Yeah, we didn't even know. So Pooh Shiesty pulls up, and then like I guess he was already pissed from the beginning. Like he had some beef outside that I don't know. We're not really gonna speak on, but he comes, he sees the rack, and then there's like some little white boy that's just standing right like by the side of him, just looking at him and shit.
I
And then,
really-
like, in his Memphis voice, bro, he's just like, bruh. And the white boy's just looking at him. He's like, "What the fuck you want?" And he's like, "I just want a picture." He's like, "Then say that shit then." And then like, I guess they take a picture, and then this nigga looks at the rack, and he's like, "This shit weak as hell." And then he dipped out. Yeah, he's like, "This shit weak as hell," and then dipped out. It was a perfect like. I didn't want to see Pooh Shiesty out of like. I wanted to see him on some
But his
angry
niggas,
shit.
his niggas came back in like 3 times.
Yeah, because it was the best. We're the best story. He was
I just feel like
pissed
I
off,
honestly
bro.
feel like there's too many niggas. Like there's another nigga like, can you? He's like, my cousin right there. He rap and he like tried to give him a mixtape, and that's as soon as he said that nigga walked up. I didn't hear the weak as hell shit. Maybe I was just being like hella narcissistic.
He said this shit weak as hell. But
but
he was
niggas ran through that shit though.
nigga, he wore Palm Angels like tracksuit like the same night.
Yeah, he's
type
like,
shit.
what Palmetto tracksuit you got? And I showed him Palmetto tracksuit. He's like, what size is it? And I was like, XLs. He's like,
Brr size, nigga. That's what it is, bitch. Put it on. I'm not joking.
he was thinking about it, and then the nigga started getting in an argument, and then that kid
Yeah,
came up
that-
and said, "Can I take a picture?"
That's what Amir said. Is like he, you know, He came in, he liked the story, but it was just a whole bunch of other shit going on. So
Yeah, I wasn't really thinking about that too much, but that shit was just kind of funny how that shit happened.
Really
Because I really thought the old boy was gonna have like some like common sense. I don't know.
Oh, the little white boy.
Yeah,
them
it's
niggas
not
don't care.
niggas. Yeah, but I guess.
let's go to a new topic.
I mean, Marco has to go. Oh, go ahead.
Wait, where I gotta go? Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
go
dip.
home.
That is true.
But I mean,
Here on Preston. Yeah,
let's touch one more.
I was actually gonna talk about Future Rude.
I like Future Rude, the modern gentleman. That's what they called it.
They did.
That's so gangster. Yeah.
That shit was beautiful.
I feel
Pluto.
That shit was Pluto.
I feel a little bit hurt
Free band. Why you feel hurt? Nigga?
Why?
because I don't know if you remember, bro. I feel like Future just like
He took your swag.
no. I feel
This nigga, if he said that, I would just be like, all right, bro, I'm about to dip. All right, bro, I'm out.
I feel like Future abandoned his homie.
Who? DJ Esco?
No,
I'm joking.
bro. ERD.
I didn't know they worked together.
They worked together extensively, bro. So look,
Extensively?
yes, his
Damn.
you remember the
That shit
album
kinda
Save
hurt.
Me?
Yeah.
So his last album, Save Me, he had Henry from ERD not only design all the merchandise, he directed all of the music videos.
He shot the cover?
He did the cover.
The cover is so hard. He did the cover?
No, he did the artwork for the cover. The artwork it's like a black thing with a cross on it. It's a
That's not his last album then.
Save Me.
Okay, that little, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So he did the
That was
artwork
a cool
for
artwork,
it.
though, yeah.
It was literally like it was like an ERD Future collaboration, basically, the album. And then he
Damn,
kind
that
of
makes
just
it
like,
kind of hard.
and then he just kind of abandoned Cuz and like
He jumped shipped on
he
niggas.
jumped ship.
Oh, that nigga click hopping,
He jumped
dick
ship,
hopping.
bro. Now
Nah,
he's
chill, bro.
Now he's rude.
I
now,
love Super Future.
now he's
That's
just
the only
like-
nigga I've ever fanned out on.
now he's just rude head to toe, like
Because Rude is fire.
on
Rude
rude billboards and
ERD
shit, bro.
need to go mainstream. You see what Rude
I
got
don't even,
going on?
bro, like,
He's on the where's he's
kinda like-
in LA on a big ass fucking side of the wall.
I mean, what you mad about, nigga?
Because
Oh.
he likes ERD, bro. He was with him. He seen him click hop.
Yo, Henry don't like a lot of niggas, but Henry loves Future. Henry is from
Everybody loves.
Henry's from Atlanta.
Oh,
like,
is he?
Oh, he's from Atlanta, too?
yes, he's from Atlanta, and like
that shit
he's
hurt,
like
man.
a punk influenced white kid, right? So
Damn,
like
that shit
he
hurt.
likes very obscure.
And he went
shit,
with
right?
the fucking
and
Filipino
There's
nigga.
very few like mainstream people that he actually.
But you know,
fucks with, but Future was one of them.
You want to be real,
he
bro?
took some like, I took a little bit out of him.
I
man.
feel personally offended at the fact that like this nigga who barely fucks with anybody, period,
I think you.
went out of his way to heavily be like, yo, Future, you are like the modern day rock star.
Honestly,
you know?
bro.
Like,
Honestly, bro,
Modern
you're taking
gentleman.
it too
Yeah.
deep. You're taking it too deep. And I know I might be contradicting myself when I say this, bro.
he don't even wear ERD really no more, bro. It's fucking sad.
Shit. He was dripped down in the ERD. At
Nothing
one
but
point?
ERD.
What?
Whole Save Me
Hey,
album,
you might have to throw
nothing
me
but ERD,
some
bro.
videos so I can see like what you talking about.
He directed all the videos. He styled
Save
the
Me,
nigga.
Save Me. He was
did
kind
the
of
artwork. He like honestly, he was like a creative director of the album. Yeah,
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. I
Xanax,
remember-
damn it, all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you have some artists working his shit, bro. I mean, didn't he work with a whole nother
Hey,
designer
but that
like
Rude shit
Chaz-
makes so much
like
sense
Chaz
though. That
something?
shit is like super fly though.
It does kind of make sense, yeah.
It's like Rude, Future.
He said Rude all 2021.
2021 all Rhude. Matter of fact, check us out in Monaco. That's France to be exact. You know what I'm saying? Across the water. Yeah. It's a lot of miles away from where we at right now. Rhude, nigga, nothing. Rude or nothing.
Yeah.
This shit made in Italy.
And it's like-
But it's like he jumped, but like it makes sense, but like he jumped ship at the same time.
It's not
like,
just niggas
you know?
jumping shit. It's just
Yeah.
like niggas just like what they like, bro.
Yeah, but
And,
he's
like,
not
we
even
was-
balancing the two. He's like now he was all ERD, like going hard for ERD, and now he's like going hard for Rude, all Rude. That's it. Like,
Hey,
you know
we're
what
the only niggas putting that information
It's
out.
like his new
Promise you.
bitch.
I promise. Honestly, bro, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
It's like
You
his
pro-
new bitch, bro.
It is like a new. You know, bro, he's a
Nah, I'm
fucking
not gonna say
toxic.
it like that shit kind of.
He's toxic as
He's
So you
hell,
saying?
bro.
So you're saying he's
Bruh.
using Luigi?
For sure, 100%, nigga. What are you
For
talking
sure.
about? 1,000%.
Or you don't think it's
And
a
he was
mutual? You don't
using
think it's
ERD.
a? You don't think it's a mutual partnership?
It is mutual because it's making Rude.
So it's
it's
not
also making
using.
Rude look good as well.
It's
but
not
like,
using. It's like
They're
it's
using
not
each
using.
other. They're
Yeah,
using
yeah.
each other.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
I think Future got paid for that.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Don't think too deep into it, bro.
Yeah.
It's
That's
just like
he's
I
can't rule that out.
He's a rapper, bro.
Possibility.
He's a rapper, bro. Like that's what rappers do.
But what I will say is I don't think ERD paid him. 100%. I'll tell you point blank. ERD did not pay the nigga. It was a mutual collab. Basically, like
I can see that. Yeah.
He did the artwork. He did the music videos.
But
he did all types
you're the
of
one who
shit
told
for
me
it.
Ruigi like tweeted. This was obviously before the Future shit. But tweeted like I didn't spend $1 on marketing. We had a big conversation.
He did tweet that at one point. So yeah, like
so maybe he just gifted it to him.
Honestly, I don't think. I just think if you want my opinion on it,
we'd love to hear it.
I think Future just knows like, okay, Rhude is the hot shit right now. Like, let me kind of team up with them right now. It'll make both of us look good. It'll make Rhude look better. It'll make me look better. I'll be dripped in it. Like
it's lit.
I think it was just
he fucks with it naturally.
A matter
too.
of that, yeah.
You raising your hand?
Nah, it don't even matter, bro. On some real shit.
Speak your shit. Like, talk your shit.
It's just Rhude. Like, I'm not gonna say I used to have my personal vendetta against Rhude because I thought niggas was
I gotta piss again.
Like, I thought they was copying, but it doesn't make sense. But at the same time, like, when you think about it, bro, like, artists run through brands so much, bro. Like, it's just like that's their thing. Some artists like really work with another artist closely because they have a relationship, but some artists just like literally just run through brands. They don't see it as like an art form. They see it as like a status symbol. They don't see it as an art form. I'm not saying Future's one of those people. Maybe he is, but I don't think he like necessarily jumping ship. I'm just thinking he's going.
I agree with you on that tidbit, but to actually kind of play devil's advocate, most rappers, yes, they do run through brands. But they never endorse a brand. Like, they never stand fully.
I just really think niggas like
brand,
Rhude.
right?
I just really think niggas like Rhude.
Of course they do. Yeah, of course that is a fact. It's one of the most. It's one of the most popular brands out there right now, but. No rapper that is like you don't see Lil Uzi. Lil Uzi Vert wears like all brands from like Marnie to fucking whatever, like Tom Brown, right? But no, he's never like, this is my brand. Like, this is the brand that I stand behind, right? Like, this is who I'm endorsing this
Does
year,
Harry
right?
Preston count?
All right, this goes into another.
No, it doesn't.
Okay,
It doesn't count.
you know what's cool, bro? This goes into another subject. I get what you're saying. Do you think eventually maybe artists might become
ambassadors?
Brand ambassadors? Because I'm starting to look at like a lot of this stuff.
They
Like, you looking at
low-key
look at the
already.
Da Vinci type.
Playboy was the
runway thing. Like, yeah, obviously
Playboy
Cardi
was
was
a
a brand ambassador, but
yeah.
you know how we use all the artists that we like and love, like
He
070.
used Young Bands. He used Matt Ox.
Matt Ox.
Yeah.
He used Matt Ox.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He used who else? What's that guy's name? King Von. He used King Von.
He used King Von?
Yeah, bro. I thought King Von's fit was like one of the. I'm not even trying to say it to say it, but I really liked his fit.
I don't think you would even say that.
Yeah, because it just seemed like a more Stone Island, like regular ass dad fit. Like
that's kind of gangster.
Yeah, it didn't look like some
for
gangster
sure.
type shit.
Like,
so like I like that. So I'm like, I feel like eventually, they know like that's the way of like, okay, eventually the models we have to use are gonna be actual
celebrities.
Like, yeah,
of course, like that's been a thing. Whether you want to talk about Eddie Slimane, like Eddie Slamane's big thing was like so his whole style is like rich. It is ERD in a nutshell, right? It's like rich, depressed kids. So it's
but
like
actually like taking advantage of it.
So Eddie would usually use either celebrities with kind of like a troubled past, or he would use celebrities' kids. That was a big thing. I remember when he was at Saint Laurent, he had
that's kind of tight.
He had
that's kind of cool.
He had Jack Kilmer on the runway a lot. That's Val Kilmer's son. Really ill actor, really ill kid, ill style. He was like a heavily used model for Saint Laurent. He would have Tommy Lee's son with Pamela Anderson walk the runway. So this was a reoccurring theme where he would have these celebrity children who grew up in that lifestyle that he's literally trying to like recreate through clothes. Yeah, exactly. And then
that's dope.
Yeah, it was super ill. And then he still does it till this day. And you would also see it a lot with like ERD, whatever. So this whole idea of like celebrity, you know, like brand ambassadors has kind of like been a thing for a minute. Now you have people like Virgil who are using the more modern,
I guess rappers
version
is a
of it.
different part.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Now
that's
you
what
have
I'm saying. I'm
only
gonna keep it a bug with you, so you can't even be mad at like Future or Rhude.
well, I'm not.
You're
You
just saying
really
'cause
like
you
ERD.
just fuck with
You
it.
just
That's
really
what I
like
said.
it.
jumped ship.
Did
He jumped
jump
ship.
dick.
It's just
He
what it
didn't
is.
jump
What
dick.
happened.
Like he just switched his swag up with metamorphosis.
2020. I had to love potato on y'all. Free brand.
No, I'm playing.
He just jumped
But like
ship.
Rude's definitely that brand. ERD's still that brand. And it's like a lot of niggas are not gonna fuck with it. I don't have no ERD pieces, but
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro, that shit about to go up once niggas figure out what it is.
Well,
Can I give a last? Oh, go ahead.
people already kind of know what ERD is.
But not mainstream.
I remember like
People.
Meme Saint Laurent. They posted this little funny video of like this kid breaking a fit video, and his like little brother is recording. He's the little brother sound like he like 8, and you
Yeah.
can hear him. He's like yeah, I'm recording, and like that. And like he's wearing ERD in the video. So you know, I click on the comments, and all of it is like it's all like. This is the comments are either like this is the typical ERD stan, or like people who wear ERD who are like, oh god, I hope this nigga don't ruin ERD, blah blah blah. So it's like it's already kind of been compromised, you
Right.
know, like by a lot of like crowds by a lot of crowds who don't even really know why the fuck it's cool or whatever, you know.
Are you gonna jump ship once that happens?
That's a good question, because then that brings a very strong moral.
Well, this is what I'll say. Other than Reservoir, the other brand that I have most in my closet is probably ERD. But in the last year already, like ever since I really started going crazy with Res, like I'm usually wearing Res. So
I think the last like 3 podcasts you've been wearing red.
yeah. Just accidentally. That's just you know, it's not even intentional. So I'll always respect an artist based off their art, you know, like I'm very self-aware, and I'm very like you know, I'm able to separate the art from the, you know, the movement, whatever the fuck. And so I'll always have a sense of respect for Henry, you know, like, and what happens to your brand is like out of your control. It's out of your hands.
It is out of
to a large
your control.
extent, you know, like a lot of people go into design or music or whatever the fuck with the intention of it being like
Pure.
authentic and pure, and and like it just turns into something else, just, you know, through no fault of their own. And you know, as long as you kind of I think I have a fair understanding of the actual artist behind it, and I respect that artist, you know,
Right.
like not even on a designer level, but literally on an artistic level. Like I consider him.
So would you say
an
this?
artist.
Would you say, let's say it gets like hyped out, right? It turns into something crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe you won't buy no pieces, but you respect what it is.
Exactly.
This is probably the route you would take.
Yeah.
Okay. Touche. Because your biggest thing, what we said multiple times, is you're not really trying to step into a room with somebody else with the same shit on.
Or maybe I'll buy some pieces that are kind of more the low key pieces. Like I do have some Off-White pieces, but like the Off-White pieces I have,
You got the grill joints. You got the sweater.
yeah, they're just some pieces that you can't argue. You get what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they're just nice pieces.
Touche.
You know.
No, I don't know.
This nigga deep. He deep into fashion, my nigga. Stop playing with him.
I thought this was a good podcast, though.
No, for real. Honestly, bro, I still think
We
a
didn't
nigga
touch
that has,
one topic. That's how
a
you
nigga
know
that
our
has a
rapport
rack-
is getting great, though.
I'm gonna keep a
Honestly,
band with you,
yeah.
bro. A nigga that has a rack is definitely has way better chances being fly than a nigga that has $5. I promise you. A nigga that has $5 is limited to one shirt at Goodwill.
See, now you going back to the shit. Now you pulling that same shit. You going all the way back there about 30 minutes ago.
I would humbly.
And you know it's gonna trigger him.
I would humbly disagree, but
Nigga,
you know.
what a band, bro. If a nigga has a band, we start off at underwear.
All right,
Let's go.
so here's something interesting. Maybe we could do.
What about the Kid Cudi Off-White? You want to talk about that?
I do want to talk about that. That'll be the last topic. But first, what I'm going to say is something that could be interesting. Is I could actually challenge this nigga where we can do fit battles.
We
Don't
tried
give
that
me a
and y'all
band.
niggas pussied out.
Don't give me a band.
Oh, no,
Don't
you
give
brought
me
the
a
Jordan.
band.
Where one fit
You pussied
is
out.
a certain money
Look?
limit,
Oh, money.
and then another fit has almost like no money limit, and we could actually see, you know, who thinks Who thinks who was
That's
fire?
actually hard though. That's fire. Look at him, that nigga stressing.
I'm not stressing.
And I'll be the nigga who dresses cheaper just to really, you know, just to prove that point.
You can dress cheaper. It's not even saying like, bro, you're not a fly nigga. It's just to prove a point. Like, bro, if I have like 2 bands, bro, I'm coming crazy. Like, you're not. I'm sorry. Like, you can buy what you can buy a $5 shirt.
With
at
two
Google,
bands,
bro.
with 2 bands,
Alright,
someone with, but that doesn't matter. With 2 bands, 5 bands, 10 bands, somebody who has style can come harder. Someone who has no style cannot.
I'm gonna tell you,
that's just,
bro.
that's
all right, if a nigga trying to say I have no
arguing.
style, bro, here's how it come, bro.
I'm
All
not
right, come
arguing
clean.
that.
Khaled's coming clean, or you're coming clean, or me. We're dressing way better than the niggas.
Here's
who,
how it come, bro. I'll come straight
bro,
up
the
like
niggas
this.
who come in the store, bro. I don't even have like.
Bro, I know
exactly.
it sounds corny, bro, but I'll straight up just wear some Ramones and I'll just wear some basketball shorts and a plain ass white tee and still be.
You wore that
That's
Friday.
cool, but
I'm
like,
joking.
but I don't think you're not on this panel.
I'm just saying, like, a nigga can buy a band.
Listen,
Bro, can we
you
talk
have
about
style,
the Kid Cudi
I have-
Off-White? Because y'all gonna go back and forth all day.
We're not because we're agreeing on something, right? I have like we're not on this panel, right? You keep putting yourself into it.
I'm not trying to
You
put
have
myself
nothing to
into
do with
that.
it.
I'm just
Stop.
saying, like,
Stop for a second.
alright.
Just let me finish. You have style, I have style, you have style, right? We are not.
We're not
We're not
participants.
involved. Yeah, exactly. We're not participants in this. What I'm saying is, you know, a lot of people. You acting like you don't, bro. But you know, a million people who come in with full head to toe Gucci fits, except
Look crazy.
insert brand name here fits, right? Philippine fits and shit, bro.
Yeah.
That cost a lot, but are not fly. Like, you get me?
Bro,
And
let's say that nigga just fucked up and bought like the perfect piece that one day.
so obviously, if you,
set it up, bro. I'm just saying.
so the argument.
That nigga just want unlimited bread.
The
bro.
argument isn't necessarily about the money; it's about style, right? So yeah, if somebody with style has money, of course they're going to be able to dress very well. But somebody who has no style and has money can't do it. You get what I mean?
All right, you win.
Because
bro.
they don't have the style.
it's
Like,
hard for me to
that's-
lose the
that's
argument.
the
I just
point.
gotta keep going on.
It's no argument. It's just like, you know,
I really do gotta keep going on, bro.
we're
I don't know
agreeing.
what's wrong with me, my nigga.
we're actually agreeing. Like,
I'm being
Y'all
so
niggas are
serious. Like,
crazy,
I'm being
bro.
so serious. Like, I'm being real. Like, and like something in my head is like, this nigga's right. But at the same time,
You
like,
still gotta go? You think that?
Yeah.
Oh, you're crazy. You're sick. What's wrong with this nigga?
I don't know, bro. Like,
Bro, don't even go back and forth with that nigga then. Don't go. Don't waste your energy then.
but
you
all
might
right,
be right. But I'm just saying, like, a
That
nigga
nigga
might just
said-
fuck up and buy some fucking aircut Rick Owens pants and just rock them shits every day.
Well, like,
Because you put them
look,
on, you know?
we're
No pun
agreeing.
intended.
We're agreeing in the fact that style isn't necessarily in your pocket, right? It's in you. So whether you have a lot to spend or little to spend, you're gonna find a way to get fly. And if you don't have style, no money can save you. That's what it boils down to.
That's what I'm trying. All right, that's what we're trying. That's where we disagree. All right, so I agree with you with the style part, but when it boils down to it, bro, money can buy like a lot of things except true happiness and inner peace.
So all right, we just agree to disagree then, right?
Preach,
I don't
brother.
think a nigga with a lot of money in his pocket can put that shit on. That doesn't have style. If you have no style
He
and
agrees with
unlimited
you,
money,
bro.
Steve
I don't
Jobs,
think you
Steve
can
Jobs.
put that shit on.
A nigga Steve Jobs put
He
that shit
dressed
on.
under $100, bro. What are you talking about?
He put that
at
shit
the end-
on,
Bro, he
though.
doesn't really put that shit on, bro.
I was just fucking. I'll just be
Okay.
arguing, bro. Let me stop. Someone's wrong. with me.
Please.
He's fucking sick. He's fucking sick. He just admitted it from the beginning. Don't
Right.
even
Nah,
go
just
back
keep
and
going.
forth with no nigga like that.
All right,
Not on Ramadan.
facts,
God,
facts.
don't do
Thank
that.
you,
Yeah.
bro.
Thank God. Let's circle back to the beginning.
All right, so last topic I think we should get off is Kid Cudi Off-White collection.
Man, started off with the dress. Saturday Night Live.
So yeah, Saturday Night Live. I stayed my ass at home on a
we
Saturday
talked
night
about that on the podcast.
to go to watch Kid Cudi perform. It was great. His song that he had about the flute,
Yeah.
the flute song, I've watched probably 100 times since. He's just my favorite. He's fucking my favorite human being, bro. Like, and he ended up performing 2 songs. One of them he did in a Chris Farley t-shirt, and who's someone who's, you know, very near and dear to his heart.
R.I.P.
Yeah, rest in peace. And he's, you know, is a big influence on Kid Cudi. And
I didn't know Chris Farley was a big influence on Cudi.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has a tattoo of Chris Farley actually, and I'll send you a picture so you could plug it. And also, he has he did it in like a cardigan that was also, you know, supposed to be like a direct homage to Kurt Cobain. Most of the outfit it looked like the Unplugged session.
Did you notice? Did you notice the Kurt Cobain reference as soon as he like kind of did his thing?
For the most part, I mean, the cardigan with a button-up shirt with a T-shirt under and like some ripped denim and some Converse. That's like the Kurt Cobain starter pack.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, he made it famous. And the second performance that he did was he did it in a dress that was designed by Virgil specifically for Kid Cudi, and they actually said that it was going to be included in the new Off-White capsule collection.
Read
that Kid Cudi is releasing with Off-White, which I think is great. Like,
it's gonna be dope. I hope we get it in the store.
Kid Cudi
What?
gets his I hope so, but yeah, Kid Cudi gets his respects from the people in the industry and a lot of fans and things like that, but a lot of the younger generation who kind of missed his direct, you know, ascent to fame and things like that don't necessarily pay him the respects that I think he deserves. And I don't know. That's kind of me just free talking. So
but I think that's why like we're here. That's why, you know what I'm saying.
So I love to see things like Bape times Kid Cudi or like Kid Cudi times Off-White or whatever, because it you know,
shows.
Yeah, it's able to put Kid Cudi in like a new light with the new generation and things like that.
Yeah,
you know,
because he had a huge impact. Not you trying to be too deep, but
he
on
has the
people's
biggest
lives,
impact. He has
on music,
the biggest
all
impact.
There's no other artist that has an Off-White collab, right? Who?
Let me think. Bart Simpson.
Artist.
Nah, I'm fucking with you.
No artist.
I ain't going back and forth with this little
I
nigga.
I don't believe so.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, no, I don't think
That
so.
tells you right there, which proves your point.
He is just like,
it's like the first one.
Yeah.
That's actually a big statement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you think about Off-White, every time I talk about it, I'm like, bro, like, niggas gotta really think about it, bro. The first black man to take hold of a large, like, house. Louis Vuitton, like, the largest house. Like, I don't give a fuck what anyone says. You can say how corny he is. How
Before we go on Virgil, we're going to keep off.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Go ahead. Yeah.
So, I think, I mean, he's done his part. Virgil's done his part to kind of make sure that Kid Cudi is, like, a part of, like, the mission statement, of his brands, because he's so important to the story of Virgil and, like, you know, people like us. So he's had him walk shows for both Off-White and Louis Vuitton.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's been a model, but now he's kind of taking it to a new step and being like, all right, let's just do this full capsule collection, because
that's dope.
And the Bape one made a lot of sense too, because he put on so heavy for Bape in his first like 5 years being famous, because he worked at Bape for a long time. That was a big chapter in his story. He worked at Bape in New York, and that was why he had so much, and like that was why people like me gravitated even more towards someone like Cudi, because we would see his face and we'd be like, oh, it's like Bape head to toe. It was just like,
cold.
Didn't see it, you know?
Yeah.
You did not see that shit at that time, and it's super cold. Like, you know.
What do you think? What do you think the collection will consist of? If you know, just a guess. It's a wild guess. There's no way you can, you know.
Well, considering the fact that there's a dress in it, it's even harder to kind of like guess correctly.
I think that's going to be the only super off thing.
Like, honestly, when I saw him in the dress thing, I wasn't like
shocked.
I wasn't necessarily shocked. Like, you saw my reaction.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool. I was like, this nigga's wearing a dress. He's kind of like, my bad. Yeah, go ahead.
Can you pull me a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's doing his thing. Like, he's putting it on for those niggas.
Well,
and he's putting it on for like just like
real
identity
nigga.
And just honestly just like just being like yourself. So like I thought it was like, I didn't really think it was like anything too crazy, because I feel like I saw it so many times. So I'm not trying to like,
and he's
downplay
such a rock star.
I'm not trying to
that it's
downplay
just
it, but I just feel like that
he's
was like
in the
kind of
dress.
like the little stamp on top of it.
I read a lot of responses on it, because it was a polarizing topic when he did that, and he knew it was going to be polarizing. He knew that it was.
why he did it.
Yeah, exactly. He did half for that, and half as to pay respects to like one of his favorite artists ever.
Yeah,
which is
that
Kurt
was the
Cobain.
biggest thing. Honestly.
And Post Malone did it actually. Post Malone had a
Same reference of the dress.
It was a Kurt Cobain tribute show, and he wore a dress to do
Okay.
that tribute.
Oh,
Had
yeah.
flowers and shit.
But yeah, it was a floral dress.
Dope. Cool.
And it was for a Kurt Cobain tribute, like the show that was what he was playing. He was just it was like a live show where they were covering famous Kurt Cobain songs, and that was half of it, and then obviously a black man at that wearing a dress on a nationally televised program is gonna be
Make
polarizing,
reference,
at the very least.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it wasn't polarizing. I was just saying for me personally,
'Cause
like when I
it's,
saw it, like when I saw it personally, I was just like, bro, like, cool. I already knew what it was straight off the bat.
So
and then I was just like, that's cool. Like,
One-
he's actually just being like, I don't know, I'm just being regular.
One thing I read from someone who was kind of talking about it was that they looked into it a little bit more, and they learned that it was an homage to Kurt Cobain, and that person was saying that they thought that was really cool because they weren't too familiar with Kurt Cobain's work, but after seeing
put him
that, they
on.
went back and they
Oh,
actually
really?
looked into Kurt Cobain a
So
little
there's
bit more.
lots of people
and
like that.
and they actually ended up becoming fans of Kurt Cobain, which otherwise they wouldn't have been exposed to his music like that. And which is one thing that's cool about it. And then it also brings up this bigger topic of like what is like gender norms and like what is acceptable, what's not.
And like,
You
why
can
don't
paint
niggas-
your
why
nails
don't
in the
niggas
rap
like
game.
talking
It's
talking
getting a
about that
little bit
shit?
better.
Like, why don't niggas like talking
Like
about it?
I don't know, things like this, like some like
Side bags.
I even my sisters or whatever, they'll be like, "Oh, you bought a purse," and I'm like, maybe you could see it that way, or maybe you could just see it as a bag, like
It's like, that's what I was saying. Like, for me, like, honestly, like, on some real shit, like, I already knew that was a Kurt Cobain reference because I already knew about the whole, all that. And then, on top of that, just too, like, growing up, like, I honestly had to, like, not personally myself, like, I had to deal with, like, sexual identity, but honestly, I had people that, like, had to deal with that, like, close friends.
Yeah, you did. Anybody
Family,
who did
you
anything
feel me? Like,
slightly
anyone in
different.
this time period had to deal with, like, that type of role. So, like, when I saw it, it's just, like, kind of like, all right, cool. This
Anyone
is
who
everyone's
did
artist
anything-
that's talking about, like, mental health, this, that, and the other. He's finally, I'm not saying he's finally, but he's, like, saying it in a bold way, like, all right, cool. This is something that people need to talk about, too.
Look,
like, you can't just keep this under
Anybody
raps
who's
type
done
shit.
anything even a little bit different has definitely been called gay at one point or another, right? And like when you're younger, that shit kind of like you can deal with it one of two ways. You could either be like, oh, whatever, like this nigga just don't get it, or like a nigga could actually be discouraged from doing whatever it is because like
that's
other
right.
niggas don't understand it and will try and kind of like put you down for doing whatever it is that's different. I couldn't have worn this shit in high school, nigga. Like, I would
Niggas
have
would have
been bullied
HRS,
out of
like,
it.
niggas
Yeah.
would have HRS a lot.
You get
Like,
me?
that's
But you, at
kinda-
the same time, you didn't want to wear that shit in high school.
Yeah.
Do you think you did? Like,
Nah,
if someone, like,
nah,
maybe if
niggas-
Cuddy wore
not
that
at our,
shit,
not our years.
maybe, yeah, I'm gonna keep it a bug with you, like,
Niggas weren't with that. We didn't. Even,
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I remember during high school, like, that whole, like, side bag thing was coming in, and I was like, I kind of was looking at it, I was like, it doesn't look bad. Like, and I remember telling my pops, like, I want to, like, a satchel instead of wearing a bag, like a backpack. And I actually had a satchel, like, dead ass. I'll keep my, because we had laptops in school. I'll keep my laptop and
This
shit
nigga
in
rich.
That's tight.
it. It wasn't even rich. Like, it was, that shit came from Marshalls, bro. But I
But-
had the
but it was
I had the Raf Simmons Adidas. And I had hella Air Forces, and I look rich. I did look rich.
But
Full y'all
nah,
niggas.
the point of that is that you were kind of like breaking a norm, right?
Yeah, I thought it was cool, and it was like I didn't even think I was breaking the norm. I just thought it was
Exactly,
cool, and I
it's
just
just
thought
what
it
you
was like
wanted to
normal.
do,
But
right?
when he did it, like now, when I think about it, I was like, I shouldn't say like being like open with your sexuality is the norm, but I'm saying it's like kind of like the new norm. Like you being open with your sexuality and talking about it, it's kind of like
It's more accepted now.
it's more accepted than what it was before. We're like, all right, this nigga wore a dress. Like this nigga needs to be off TV. Like we gotta cancel Kid Cudi.
I'll be
Type
completely
shit, like-
honest with you. I think it takes more of a man to go outside the box to put themselves,
on national
out there
TV.
like that. Yeah, and like susceptible to so much like criticism and hate, and they know it, and like to just be like, fuck it, I'm gonna just do what I want. I think it takes more of a man to do something like that than like, you know, a nigga to come out in like a suit or whatever and like do what's been traditionally done for the last like, you know, 100 years to whatever. Like
But niggas been wearing kilts though. That's what I've been saying. Like niggas been wearing kilts. Like
yeah, but it hasn't. But like the kilt thing has like not been a thing since like warrior times in Ireland, right? So
Rick Owens.
Huh?
Rick Owens.
Yeah, but like
Westwood,
Rick Owens also like he breaks a lot of
9.
he breaks a lot of norms. Those brands, they break a lot of norms. But
Yeah,
my point
true.
is on a mainstream level.
Like the day-to-day type thing. Like,
Yeah,
a nigga's not wearing a kilt.
SNL is
yeah.
a very mainstream show. Like you know, Harry Styles going out on Vogue, and like, you know, people from New York City to Los Angeles and everywhere in between seeing that magazine cover of him in a dress and like having an opinion on it, like clearly it's going to be very polarizing. But I don't know, I think in this day and age, like people have a lot of respect for people who are breaking doors down for, you know, kids who kind of want to do things like maybe wear a satchel and like are scared to or whatever, like maybe want to wear a fucking dress and like are scared, you know, like to just not care so much about.
At least it's
like,
a little bit more accepted now.
you know.
I don't know, like if a nigga wore a dress, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, bro. If a nigga wore a dress straight up and he just had some regular ass like Converse and no Ricks, what the fuck?
Bro, don't. Okay, we're gonna end it on the don't entertain this nigga for whatsoever, bro.
I have a homie actually, my homie Jacob. He said for a minute like he's like the most heterosexual dude ever, like, you know. But he just is also a person who, more than anyone I've ever known, he does not give a singular fuck, you know. And
about what he speaks on as far
what
as
anyone
what
thinks. Yeah, you know,
because he's secure with himself. Like he know what the fuck going on.
Exactly, right. So he said for a minute he was like in a phase where he would like wear dresses and shit. Like,
oh really?
he just thought it was tight. Like,
he gets fly.
He gets fly.
Okay.
You met Jacob. And you know.
Oh, I'm tripping. That's
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, he's cool. You know, he was saying he would wear dresses, like, and that's just because like he's genuinely just like different and like.
Oh, bro, gotta pop out with a dress again next time we go out. Then he gotta go do that thing. He need the cutty off white one specifically.
And like I don't know. I could sit here and be like all day like maybe I don't consider it to be like fly or whatever, but like at the end of the day, like, it's, you know, everything is about what you feel most comfortable in. And I always raise this statement, like, if I felt most fly in a dress and shit like that, like, bitch. That's what you should do, you know? Like, you should wear whatever it is that you feel most fly in, most comfortable in, like, and don't dress for other people, you know? You always just gotta dress for yourself. And
you ain't wash your hands, nigga.
And like on a more basic level, man, just do everything for yourself without being selfish. Do everything with yourself in mind. You know what I mean? Like, right. What other people think is irrelevant.
No, that's a fact. I think I mean, there was a time period, bro, where I wasn't even trying to, like, I was so against wearing skinny jeans before they were popular. I just started, I seen the skaters wearing them. I was into skating too, but I was like, I'm gonna fuck with the skating shit, but I want to be like a Terry Kennedy. I'm gonna wear baggy. I don't want to wear this skinny jeans. And that was such a big thing to me. And then jerking came out, and then I started wearing skinny jeans. And then just that little me switching that up, and because I was so against that, and then me going for the skinny jeans changed my perspective on everything forever. So it made me just say, like, all right, bro, that shit don't matter, bro. You know,
a lot of our opinions on certain things are like influenced by like what we've been trained to think and things like that, you know. And like, not even trying to get too deep, but like, you know, a lot of times, like, the whole dress thing is so controversial to us because it's like we've actually been conditioned in a way to be like, yo, this is for girls and this shit is for guys, like, and if you don't do something like this, like, that shit's gay or girly or like not manly, not, you know. But I think thankfully, bro, we're in a time where like people can break the rules and like there's no consequences for it, you know.
And be
like,
cool as fuck, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Break the rules.
You know,
live television. Be cool.
You have things like people painting their nails. You have things like.
Have you painted your nails yet?
Nah, it's just not. It's not for me. It's personally, it's just not for me. But like,
I want a couple of little designs. Like I just get.
You
Like,
thought about doing it?
I'll do it right now. I'll get like a little smiley face, a little fucking.
But that like painting my nails isn't necessarily for me. But I think eyeliner is tight. You know, I think when guys wear eyeliner, it actually looks sick. Like I remember Robert Downey Jr. used to wear eyeliner, and like he
doesn't. I thought he still
tight.
does.
You know.
Yeah, does that nigga still wear eyeliner?
I don't
Probably.
think so. It was more when he was like in his drug phase where you would really see it a lot, and like it adds to that look, and like I think that's tight. So it's like, you know, maybe one thing isn't for, but like I think that is tight. So it's like, you know, it just depends on like
I actually
what
think
you
the eyeliner
think is sick.
is tight too. Like I'm not gonna do it per se, not right now, but. I think I got the Robert Downey Jr. I see that. I'm like, okay, I see what you're trying to do. That's hard.
Exactly. Yeah,
I mean, there's levels to it, shit, bro. Like, people be thinking, like, masculinity and femininity is just, like, boy, girl. And it's like, I hate to be this person. I don't really know. Like, I don't want to say this or that or the other. But, like, some men are more masculine than others. Some men are more feminine. Some men are more masculine. Some men are more feminine.
What does
some
that
niggas
mean,
gonna
though,
point.
you know?
Some niggas gonna paint their nails. Some niggas not gonna paint their nails.
But let me ask you this: what is masculinity?
He's saying society put that shit on.
Oh, society put masculine
like, who
and feminine.
said dress was?
I mean, that's kind of like what put right and wrong. Like, it's kind of like a word put it.
Yeah.
Like a word put this and that or the other.
Like, do you have to be a buff nigga in a suit to like, you know?
I mean, but that's kind of like what the word described. But over time,
or like is somebody who's like buff and in a dress like less?
No, because niggas will
less of a man than like someone.
I'm gonna complain. We're on an hour and 30 minutes.
All right,
I love y'all. I think we're really cold for going this hard and not even touching really too much.
I'm just saying, like, people put definitions on shit, like you're saying. So I'm agreeing with what you're saying, but I'm saying someone put masculine, feminine. So someone saying masculine, a more masculine character is like they're more dominant, they're more muscular, they're more this or that. I'm saying some men are not on that masculine spectrum. They're on that super masculine spectrum. Like some men aren't on that super narcissistic spectrum. Or that super, like, whatever the fuck. So, like, some men might be more, like, what we define as feminine. So, like, they might, like, care about other things that other men that are super masculine don't care about.
Which would be
as far as, like, emotions.
I mean, but think about it
like,
this way.
Or other things, like, clothing or, like, this or that and the other, like, where the more masculine spectrum, where people might think is a more masculine spectrum, what they define as.
That's such an archaic way of thinking, because, like, all right, think about it. There's, like, super jacked, like, gym rats who are gay, right? There's also like.
But that doesn't mean they can be masculine gays.
All right, yeah, maybe that was a football, but like this is my point: is like maybe masculinity comes in a sense of like, do you take care of your kids? Do you take care of your family? Do you like, you know?
Because some men consider that.
Do you stand by your values?
True.
Whatever,
morals
like,
and shit.
Is that Isn't that like?
So that goes by like, all right. So now we're talking about a different subject. We're talking about cultural, and we're also talking about like moral. So like we're calling about cultural and moral, like we go to
morals,
something different. I was just kind of talking about like physical attributes, and then like
I'm talking
also,
about just
like,
being a man. You know, like what is being? It's such a deep topic. You know that like
because
has so many different avenues that you could take. But like at its core, what is it? It's like
that's why like I'm happy that he talked about it too, because honestly, a lot of people like we don't want to talk about the subject, like what's being a man, also what's being a woman. Also, what's being this, what's being that, or the other, what's right or wrong. That's what I'm trying to say. We define things with a word, a literal word.
Yeah.
And we define that word with actual other words which describe that word. So I'm saying a masculine and feminine, what we consider more masculine, bro, is what we describe as masculine as right now in society. If you look at a definition on Google right now, what we described it as before in the 1600s or whatever the fuck, it's not the same as we describe it as now. What we describe God as back then is not the same as some people describe God as now.
Yeah.
Same thing with science, so forth, so on, the other.
I think
I'm just saying, like, on this subject, we're talking about masculine and feminine. What we consider as masculine at one point was a man that used to be so brawly and like want to fight every nigga.
Like
but now what we consider as a masculine man is the alpha man. And it's honestly what's truly always been the alpha man is a person that's more altruistic, a person that's able to communicate with this, that, and the other, and
or maybe it's a person who's able to just do what they want,
and be
regardless of like social norms that are what's accepted and what's not accepted. Right?
Masculine or not? That man can be a complete bitch.
I think an alpha. Yeah,
I can't lie, y'all niggas cold, bro.
I don't know. I shouldn't say complete bitch because when I said that, I felt like that was kind of
lame.
Like, yeah, and that
but
was
no,
like,
I think you got to a good point where you said an alpha male. I think an alpha male is someone who does things regardless of what anybody thinks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, who just does what they want to do, regardless of the backlash, whatever the fuck. Like, I'm gonna do what I want. This is my life. I'm going to take control of it. I'm gonna live my life how I want to live it. That's alpha. Beta is when you're worried about other people's opinions and things like that, and that influences how you live your life and how you do things and dress and etc. etc. I think alpha is really boils, and like alpha is oftentimes like what being a man is, right? Being alpha, like, is just.
And then that's where we go into the subject. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just, and so what we to put on it. So like, what if a man's doesn't necessarily have to be alpha? Some men don't have to be alpha men. Some men can be beta. Some men can be beta men. So I'm just saying, if you a beta man, sit back. Straight up.
Y'all niggas pussies, bro. Y'all niggas gay as fuck, boy. No, I'm joking. No, that was actually deep as fuck. I'm happy with the report. That shit was fire, honestly.
Yeah, we live in the new times. It's interesting to see things, and like nothing is black and white anymore, you know?
Like, you have to see it in the way like this, bro. Like, literally, we're evolving so much, bro. Like, what we knew in the past 20 years ago is completely changed because they didn't have cell phones 20 years ago.
Yeah.
They didn't have unlimited knowledge that we have 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they didn't know a lot of things. I'm just saying they didn't know a lot of shit we know.
And it's important to have trailblazers.
You trying to wrap that shit up? Hold up.
I mean, I'm not even like creating a crazy rush. I'm just kind of drunk.
I'll say
yeah, me too. I'm like, damn, I don't even feel like I need to go this deep, bro.
I'm gonna say,
I just feel like he was kind of talking about like, fuck it.
To end this, I think it's important. It's very, very, very important for all generations to have trailblazers, people who don't conform to certain things, especially when you have a platform and a voice. It's very important for you to take advantage of that platform and that voice that you have to, you know, break the rules, to, you know, trailblaze new ideas and new ways of thinking and things like that, so that, you know, you make it easier for the next generation to accept those things. And that's what I'll end it on.
I'll end it on this. What did Thug say?
I had
the dress. I had the dress because I had a stick in the dress. That's it. What's more masculine than popping a nigga goddamn in the middle of Georgia, nigga? On God. Gang. Love it.